What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my All Tea, All Shade Run the World Season 1, Episode 2 review. So, on tonight's episode, Ella and Sunday are out walking in New York. And Sandy lets us know that she and Matthew are back on good terms. You know, she had her real good, fun, kinky night. So it seems like they have made up. And as they're standing talking in on the sidewalk, this homeless man rides by them and calls them niggers. It's not funny, but it's funny, and they laugh because that's all they could fucking do is laugh because it's just like so fucking ironic that you're homeless on a bicycle and got the nerve to ride past me and call me a nigga. Like, nigga, you're the nigger in this situation, child. But like, white people will actually do some stupid shit like that. And what's even more crazy is they were standing in front of a Harriet Tubman statue, so it was all about symbolism in that scene. So Whitney talks to her fiance Ola, who is a doctor. He's at work and she's at work, but while at work, she's going over the seating chart for their wedding. And he asks her, about no, she brings up meeting with his aunt that night. It's his third aunt, and he's telling her, about the family, this, that, and the third. We also find out that Whitney is a broker, so they both have really good jobs. Like on paper, they are an amazing couple, beautiful, successful, all of that good stuff. So her coworkers then come in, so she has to get off the phone. And her little white coworker tells her that she'll be pregnant by the time that she comes back from her honeymoon and that she will no longer be working. And Whitney was like, no, I will not be pregnant by the time I get back. No, I will be working still. Like, my life is not about to change. And that's another thing that gets implanted in her head. Like, I wonder if that's what Olaf, her fiance, wants. Like, does he want me to just be home barefoot and pregnant and not work anymore, not be a career woman? So all of these thoughts are now going through her head on, am I really ready to be married? So as they're talking, her boss tells her that an important client wants to meet with her for dinner that night. His name is Brett. So she tries to get out of it, but he was like, no, he only wants you. So now she has to juggle meeting with this client and going to see her fiance's aunt. So you see these choices being put on the table for her character, or do I choose my man or do I choose my career? Like, so things ain't looking too good for Miss Whitney. Um so Sandy, Renee, and Ella are at the bar. It's a Saturday. They're day drinking, having a great time, looking great. And Renee tells them that she getting a divorce again. So apparently this ain't the first time she has said this shit. Renee is the wild card character. She's the funny one. And she says this, she tells them this story about how she kicked her husband Jason in the face while they was fucking, and that's where things went all downhill. So then we go back to a flashback of that night. And we learn that she's taking care of him while he chases this pipe dream. So he wants to manage this band. She believes in the band, but she does not believe in him quitting his job to manage said band. Um, we also find out that they're trying to work on their marriage. Things are already really bad. They're just not in a great place. She has on lingerie in this scene. Her body looked phenomenal. Brisha Webb body was banging. I was like, yes, get it, girl. Here we go. If I was in her position and my husband had a great paying job, we're doing well, we're reaching the goals that we have decided we're going to go after together, then he comes all of a sudden and says that he wants to switch things up, and then I have to take over, I would do it. But you only got, maybe I will give you, depending on my financial situation, I will give you 4 to 6 months, maybe even three to 6 months to get this shit up and running. If it's not up and running by that time, bruh, then you need to take your ass back to work and then do that until you can get things going. Or you just gonna have to live, you forget that pipe dream until you can figure something else out, because we got bills, we have things that we want to do. And I understand that, things change, people grow and want to do different things. So I will always want to encourage my mate to follow their dreams because I would want them to support me in mine. But you also have to remember that we are adults and we have adult responsibilities that we need to take care of. So I would give that person 3 to 6 months to make shit shake. And if it can't, you're going to have to figure something else out in the meantime. So while they're at the bar, Ella flirts with the little white bartender. He was real cute or whatever. I think he had a little Australian accent or something. But Renee was like, "Girl, no, 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 because this is about me today. We're not. I'm not playing with you in this foolishness. And besides, you ain't never fuck with a white man anyway." So Sandy was like, "You ain't never had no white dick before," and Ella was like, "No, girl. I have had some white pee before. It was a horrible experience. I do want to try it out again though, because that was just a horrible, horrible experience. And I call him to this day, Pika Pika, because this was literally what his dick was doing when it was inside of him. He was going Pika 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 Pika. So I need a do-over. I really do need a do-over. So Whitney calls the girls and Renee tell her she don't give a fuck about her wedding. I don't want to hear shit about that. This is about me today. What don't you bitches get? I love Renee. So we go to another flashback of Renee and her husband Jason. And he says that she never supported the things that he wanted unless it benefited her. And she look at him like, I know you fucking lying. And all she could do because she felt so disrespected was laugh in that nigga face. Like, I know you did not fix your lips to say some shit like that to me. So back at the present time, Renee asks Sandy why is she wearing shades, and Sandy tells them that she got pink eye child, but it ain't from the little girl, her from Matthew's daughter. It came from Matthew because he farted in her face while he was sitting on her face while she was licking his taint. And if you don't know what a taint is, it's that little space between a man's balls and his asshole. And I was like, see, that's what you get. That's what your ass get. Cause I'll be damned if a nigga gonna put his face, I mean his ass on my face. Now I will do it to you. It's a great position. Love to be in it. But I'll be goddamn if a man gonna sit his ass on my face. Girl, it's just certain things that we're just not going to do. We're not going to play these types of games, sir. So she deserved to get pink eye. She really honestly did. So Whitney is out with her client Brett and her co-workers, Rada and the little white boy or whatever. So she gets a call from her little one night stand, Chris. She doesn't answer, and he then texts her, "Are you ghosting me?" I'm like, nigga, you doing way too much. So she then changes his name to do not answer. I was like, why wouldn't she just block his number? Unless she still want to hit that from every now and then. I don't really understand it. So Ola, her fiance, then texts her like, "Where are you at? Are you coming?" So she excuses herself and goes to FaceTime him, and he's mad because he's there with his family. They're all waiting on her. Come to find out, this is not the first time that she has stood him up and had his family waiting. So they're already getting a really bad impression of her. So she tells him, it ain't like I'm just out and kicking it like I'm working. So he was like, man, just come on. So she was like, all right, I'll be there. So when she goes back to her client, he was like, yo, I want to go out and get some drinks. And so she like, fuck. All right, I guess I can have one drink. If I was placed in that position, I've done that part. I would have dipped at that point and said, you know what? You can go out with Rada and old boy. I gotta go. I have an engagement. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to balance, especially when it comes to meeting your soon to be husband's family. You already stood them up one time before. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? So her character really needs to learn how to balance, but you can tell that all of these things that are pulling her back from getting married are like for her red flags or whatever. So then we go to another flashback of Renee and Jason says, "Do you understand the plight of a black man? You act like I cheated." And Renee was like, "You cheated me out of financial stability. You cheated yourself out of fucking job. You cheated us out of the future that we've been planning for 5 years. If you wanted to manage a band, why are we paying off your MBA?" And he was like, "You really think them degrees mean something?" Well, bitch, if it didn't mean nothing, then what the, like she said, why the fuck are we paying this shit off, bitch? You could be paying this shit off. What the fuck? So then he was like, "I invested some of our mutual fund." And I see at this point, we would have been boxing. Now, all that other shit was cute, but no, you did not spend our money. So Renee was like, "How much?" And he was like, "All of it." Girl, Now, see, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. I don't play about my money. We have joint money and then you take it upon yourself to spend it all without even asking me. Yeah, that's grounds for divorce because you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You do not respect me, first of all, and you must want to die. Like you chose violence. So Renee tells her girls that Jason might be her last black man. I was like, shit, after that nigga spend my money, he most definitely would be my last black man child. So she tells them that Jason has been floating this ban, using their money to float this ban. Like how? Now, see, that's a problem because you got your dream. I understand it, and I will support you as best as I can. But ain't no way you gonna be taken out of our household to support some other grown ass men. I understand this might be your little job, but nigga, you got a wife in the house that you need to take care of as well. See, you playing too much. You playing with me, you playing with my intelligence, and you playing in my face. So, Brett tells Whitney back at the club that he came into town to get away from his partner and his twins. Like he was like, I just need a minute to myself. And once again, this guy Whitney feeling like, shit, is this gonna be me in a minute? So then he shows her his wedding pics because he was like, I loved my wedding. And she tells them that, I was supposed to be meeting with my fiance, but he doesn't hear her because her coworker Rada is on the fucking dance floor, stoned out of her mind, high as a kite. So we find out this girl then took a Molly thinking it was a fucking Altoid. So Whitney tells Brett that she has to get Rada home to bed. And so the little white boy was like, okay, I got Brett. Like, basically, I'm about to get your client. Like, he about to be mine in a second. And so she looking at him like, you motherfucker. But she gotta go. So Ola texts her, was like, where are you? And so as they're walking out, he literally texts back, was like, you're too late. Just go home. And she was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So where was I? Yeah. Renee back at the bar hears the song, I can't go for that. No, 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 I can't do it. And she get up and start tapping her fingers and Sandy and Ella looking at her like, this bitch is really losing her mind. So then she gets in the middle of the damn bar and falls out on the floor. Child, that shit had me cracking the fuck up. So they go pull her up off the floor. They sitting on the steps. And Renee was like, I worked really hard for this life, and this isn't what I signed up for. And she has every right to feel that way. I really love her storyline. I really love it because it's a situation that a lot of women nowadays have been put in, feeling like they're basically the man of the house. Like, I'm doing everything, I'm taking care of you. What about me, though? So Ella asks Sandy to take Renee home while she gets on the bartender because that dick looking real good. So he was like, you gonna wait up for me? I want to take you dancing. So then we see them running across the street after he gets off work. And soon as they run up to his moped, she looking like, I know you are lying. Like, once again, I am fucking with these niggas that ain't got their life together. So she looking at the moped like, this is some bullshit. But he then kisses her and she gets into it. Next thing we know, we see them smashing at his crib and she into it. They having a really good time and she run her hands through his hair and then she feels something wet on her hands and she's internally thinking like, ew, her gel, like gross. And so she wipes it on his bed. So then she was like, hit it from the back. So she get up, he got a mirror in front of on his headboard. So she seeing them while they fucking, and he was like, take this cock, take this cock. And she was like, cock. No, nigga, it's dick. Like, this is what she thinking in her mind. I don't mind for a man to say cock. It's something very nasty about it that really gets to me, child. It revs me up. Treat me like a dirty whore. So so he keep on saying it, and she just like, nope, can't do it. And she immediately, mid-stroke, just jumps up on that motherfucker, grabs her shit, and was like, I gotta go. She was like, thank you, and just jetted. I was like, child, that was a mess. I would have finished that nut. You got me fucked up. So then we see all the girls together and they talking about black porn versus white porn and how black majority of the girls watch white porn. Yeah, all of the girls except for Ella watch white porn. They don't watch black porn. I hate black porn. It's just so ghetto. The girls be weave be horrible. It be like Paris and Milan over here, and then Zimbabwe and another African country, Morocco over here, child. They be having bullet wounds all in their asshole, be ashy and shit, have a full bush down there. The niggas look all crusty, be fucking with they socks on and shit. It just be looking so nasty. I be feeling like I'm gonna see a roach go by at any moment. It just take you out of the whole fantasy. It's just disgusting. I only do white porn, girl. That other shit is just not for me. Ew. So Ella was like, it was something about seeing him behind me, and the imagery was just so slavery. I didn't really agree with that, but it is what it is. So they all laughing about her, feeling like she saw Harriet Tubman telling her to get your hands up off that white dick. I didn't run through them woods for this. So they all laughing and shit, and then here come Whitney ass talking so I'm not sure I should be getting married. And everybody look at her like, you said what? And then the episode goes off, child. Um, Overall, I give tonight's episode of Run the World a B plus. B plus. I really like the fact that we got to see more of Renee's character, see what's going on with her life. I love her storyline so far. Uh, really loving Ella's storyline because I've been in Ella's position where you just trying to find anybody to connect with so you can get over the nigga that's really on your mind, and it just does not work. So far, I'm really loving still Ella's storyline number one. Um Renee's two, Sandy's three, and Whitney's four. Because I feel like we've seen Whitney's storyline play out on different television shows and movies 50 million times. But overall, I'm loving the cast, loving the locations, loving the fashion, loving the guys. Out of all the dudes so far, I'm crushing on Alexander and Matthew. They both can get it and then some. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of Run the World. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.